if you've been here before, this layout format might be familiar. I am going to be doing a collection and declutter of all my makeup and nail polish. I've been really trying to curate recently a collection of things that I love to use that are maybe a little bit higher quality, so that means maybe not doing as many impulse purchases of the sales section of Sephora. Or even walking into Walmart and picking up an eyeshadow just because it's $5 and it looks interesting. Let's start off with nails. So if you know me, you know I love nail polish. Of course I have obviously the most boring color on my nails right now. Some of my favorite nail polish brands are Zoya. They always run great sales on their website. Light's Lacquer. But I really like their colors and I like their formula. I'm also a huge fan, like a mega fan, of H&M nail polishes. And then I still have this one box of Static Nails, which is a fake nail company. I bought them, so I might as well save them for the one day that I might want to use fake nails. I don't know. So there's not too many I'm giving away or throwing out this round. You saw through that video that I was kind of comparing different colors because I have a few similar shades. I really try my best not to buy duplicates of shades just because it's a waste of money, honestly. Basically, this is what I got rid of. I got rid of this OPI top coat because after a while it starts getting thick and goopy. I got this matte top coat because I only used it once and I don't really like matte nail polish. And then I'm getting rid of the Salon Perfect top coat, which I do not like and it smells horrible. Then I'm getting rid of 4 actual polishes. So I'm gonna get rid of this yellow Zoya polish, I think it's B, because I have this one from Essie and it's more of a muted banana yellow versus this one's like a daisy yellow. This one just looks more flattering on my skin. Then I have this gold one from H&M. I love this formula, as I said, it's Sunseeker. Problem is, this is a very, very yellow gold and it just does not look very good on me. And I'm getting rid of this Essie polish in After School Boy Blazer. I really like this color and I've wanted it for a really long time, but it stains the skin pretty bad. And I have this Zoya color, which is almost the same thing on the nails. You can't really tell the difference. This one's a little more metallic. This is Ibiza. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I think I'll get rid of this one and keep this one. I was kind of debating between the two for a while, but I will keep this one and get rid of Austin. Last time I did this declutter and collection situation, I tried to do it by category, but I kept finding things as I went along, so I'm just gonna go by buckets. The buckets are intended to keep similar products together, but I mean, as I use makeup, it kind of falls all over the place. So this bucket is primarily eyeshadow, but has some blushes in here and eyeliners. These buckets, by the way, are from Walmart. They're really great. They fit one of those tri-tiered cards you get from Michaels. Okay, first thing, this Nude Sticks pencil comes with 6 different colored eyeliners and a sharpener. Definitely keeping this, love using this. I also think I'm gonna travel with this when I go on vacation. Then I have this Neon Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette. I really, really like the colors in here. And I don't want to just get rid of it because I don't use it that much, because I am never gonna buy another eyeshadow palette like this. Since I have it, I'll keep it, and it's nice to have kind of a fun tropical eyeshadow palette. I should add that my makeup taste has really changed recently as I transition into kind of the regular working world. I don't have as much time to mess around with makeup, and honestly, I just don't even really want to use my brushes. I just prefer to use my hands. Then I have the Sephora S Clean eyeshadow palette. It's one of those cream eyeshadow palettes. In theory, it's really nice, but because I have such oily eyes, it creases pretty badly, so I think I'm going to declutter this one. Then there's this NARS Exposed Cheek palette. love the packaging, honestly, so pretty. I wanted this for a really long time, and when I got it, I was really disappointed actually, because, I don't know, it didn't have a lot of pigment payoff. Then I ended up scraping the top layer of it, and it works much better. So I don't use this that much, but it's very nice to have. And there's this Ulta Beauty, I think it just is called an eyeshadow palette. Looks like this. I really wanted to like this. It was a free gift with purchase, so I didn't spend money on it. But it just doesn't stick to my eyes, honestly. I always use an eyeshadow primer because, as I said, I have oily eyelids. But it just doesn't stick. It'll be put on and it goes away within probably half an hour. So this is getting decluttered. And I honestly really like eyeshadows that are faint. I'm not looking for something that has extreme pigment. Then we have this Naked Urban Decay Sin palette, little mini. Love this, really enjoy it, really glad I got it. The shimmers are really pretty, but I really like these mattes. I honestly wish it was just matte, just a matte palette. Then we have the palette I've been using the most for these past 2 months of 2023. It's this Glossier Trio Monochrome palette. Glossier just came to Sephora, so I'm thinking of picking up Jute and Mist are 2 other colors in this one. I use this every single day when I go to internship. Then we have my kind of tried and true Pat McGrath Celestial Divinity quad. Really fun. I've probably talked about this before. I know I've had it in some of my other makeup based videos. This is my least favorite shade just because it's very chunky and I never use it. But these other 3 colors, love them. Definitely keeping this. Next one, sorry, a lot of these are really kind of gross. This is my Rowan quad 1111. This I think I'm ready to get rid of. I never use it, and it doesn't work on me when I do use it because it's cream, and as I said, oily eyelids, once again for the 47th time. So this is getting decluttered. This is a single shadow. My mom got this for me for Christmas. It's from Natasha Denona. It is in the shade Thrill. Really pretty, sparkly color. Really love it. Definitely keeping this. This is nice to travel with because it honestly probably would pair well with this eyeshadow palette. Yeah. Next one, ColourPop Brown Sugar. I think I'm ready to let this one go. I like it, and I like it I used it a lot. I mean, the package is also broken. ColourPop has a horrible quality assurance team, but I like it. I used it a lot in high school, but on top of the fact that it's almost, God, I don't know, 6 years old, probably even longer. I haven't reached for it in the past 3 years minimum. This Urban Decay Soundtrack one. Keeping this one, don't really use it that much, but it's got some nice colors in it that if I ever went out somewhere, it would be fun to use. Now this one's interesting. This is just a magnetic palette. And this one has just some random sparkly colors in it. I got rid of all of my single shadows other than these 9. I'm gonna keep this just because these are the ones I decided to keep and I think they're really pretty, but I don't really reach for them. I'm just gonna keep them probably around for another year and see if I reach for them. Then I have the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. This guy, it has to go, honestly. This one is just never going, the Huda Beauty New Nude palette. This was a gift from my mom. I scraped out the 2 glitter shades though because I never used those. I don't reach for it that much because it's very big, but never getting rid of this one. This one's really lovely and sentimental. Second to last is this Estee Lauder quad in, I don't know if it has a name. It's called the Pure Color Instant Intense Eyeshadow. It's a quint actually because there's 5 of them. This was an impulse purchase. It was on sale, like it was on a super sale. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll keep it. I want to use it a little bit more. I notice it has a lot of fallout when I use it, and that's not my favorite thing. But it's got some really fun shimmery shades for being a bit of a more mature palette. And the last eyeshadow palette I have, unless in 10 minutes while I'm doing my lipsticks I find another one, is this Mothership palette. I don't remember honestly which Mothership this one is. Looks like this. This one I got for like $45 when the website was having a meltdown. Never in my life will I ever pay $130 for one of these, and I think this is going to be the only one I ever get. But I really enjoy it. This is kind of my dedicated going out eyeshadow palette, just because I'm not going to wear a lot of these colors on a normal daily basis, but they have some really pretty shimmers and really pretty shifts to them. I wore this green one to internship one day, actually. So yeah, lots of really pretty shimmers in there. Definitely keeping that one, obviously. Not gonna just randomly get rid of that. So these next two bins I have are kind of full of nonsense, honestly, so there's not going to be as much of a rhyme or reason as to what I pull out of here. See, I found another eyeshadow palette. Here's my e.l.f. Cookies and Dream shadow. Keeping this as well. I really like it. My mom got it for me. First thing, I have this Fashion Fair blush, which I got for Christmas in Berry Red. It's got half cream, half powder on it. It has this, like, plastic shield thing that goes over the cream. Really like it. Unique color to my makeup collection. Now I have 3 setting sprays in here because I just bought them, actually. So I got the Scandinavia makeup finishing spray from, I guess it's their bridal version. And when I bought that, it came with 2 sample setting sprays. I'm trying to replace my other setting spray, which is this Milk Makeup Hydro Grip setting spray. This is the mini size. I had the large size before, but it's like $30 something. These are obviously, I'm keeping them. I addressed it though, but this is a desk, like tablecloth thing, and it's really gross and stained because I do everything on this desk, so ignore that. This Honest Beauty Lash Tint Mascara, this can go. This is old. It's about a year and a half, 2 years old. Then there is this Pat McGrath double-ended eyeliner. This was something my sister gave me. Or actually, more accurately, she had a plastic bag full of makeup stuff that she was going to throw away, and she asked if I wanted anything. I used it. It smudges a lot because I am, again, say with me, very oily. So this is going to go. It's also old and probably was not a smart thing to keep in the first place because she definitely used this. Lip liner. I got a second lip liner from Bodyography in Heatherberry. This is my perfect nude lip liner shade. In here somewhere is the original one I had. So this is just a backup because I'm almost out of the first one. Eyebrow pencil, keeping, obviously. I don't use it as much anymore, but I mean, why am I gonna get rid of that? So I've got a bunch of eyeliners here, liquid, pencil, keeping all of these, really enjoy them. We have LA Girl, we have NYX, we have Glossier, which they don't make these anymore. There's Wet n Wild, and then I also have these Besame eyeliners. I have a bunch of lip liners too. Well, not a bunch, I have probably like 4 or 5. This Besame one keeps losing its lid, unfortunately. But I have this coral shade and I have this red one. I'm finally getting rid of this NYX white pencil liner. This is just gooey for some reason. It sticks to my lashes. I don't know why. There's this Sephora lip pencil. There is this brow pencil and spoolie from, I think this is Gwen Stefani's brand. It's at TJ Maxx. My mom saw it and got it for me. I'm not gonna get rid of brow pencils even if they're like just okay and I don't use them that much anymore. Urban Decay Moon Dust Space Cowboy, definitely keeping this. Extra sparkly, really love it. Do I think you need to spend $22 on it? Not really, but if you can find it on sale, it's really nice. There's this NARS bronzer in Laguna. It's a little mini. I think it was a birthday gift from last year. I used it as an eyeshadow. I'll keep it. This e.l.f. No Budge Shadow Stick. Whoa, can go. Mostly because of that, but also because I have all of those nude stick eye pencils. This NARS lip pencil in the shade, I don't know, number 15? I don't know. I have no idea. This can go. It's very, very dry. I don't wear this color that much anyways, and this was also my sister's. There is this old Pat McGrath eyeshadow. Extremely sparkly. Like, extremely sparkly. I'm gonna keep it. I don't use it very often. This was also my sister's, again. But when the time calls, I will use it, because it's very pretty. Then I have a few of these loose eyeshadows. Again, from my sister, from the brand Femme Fatale. I don't know if they're still a thing, but they're a bunch of very pretty neutral colors. Haven't had a chance to use them. But they're very pretty and they're small. So I'm just gonna keep a hold of them. Then I have these two Pat McGrath lipsticks. This one's red. This one is like a brick brown. I tried this on in one of my Get Ready With Me's. Keeping these. Okay, marketing doesn't usually get me. I just won't. I'm not very easily tempted, but these little Peanuts lipsticks are so cute. So I got this one. Sorry, my voice is losing itself. One which is in Santa Snoopy. It is the sparkly, my hands are contorting right now. This is sparkly red one. I also wore in a video. And then there's this one, which I think is just called Charlie Brown. It's a matte brown lipstick. I'm gonna keep them. They're brand new, basically. More lip pencils. This one's from CoverGirl. This one can actually go because this is way too light for me. And we have mascaras. Okay, 3 mascaras. I used this one for a really long time. I got this one just to see how it was because I used it probably back in high school and I didn't really like it. So I wanted to try it again. Haven't given it too much of a shot, so I need to do that. This is my Holy Grail mascara. It is a waterproof tubing mascara. Really love it. I think it's getting discontinued though, so really unfortunate. In place of that, I got this LA Girl Plush Lash mascara, which I think is tubing. I just got this a couple of days ago, so I don't really have too many thoughts on it. My initial thoughts are that it doesn't really do much for my lashes. It just feels very like there's nothing happening. But it doesn't smudge, so I don't know. Ulta Beauty Clear Brow Gel. This came in that set with that eyeshadow palette I just decluttered, so I don't know. I'll keep it. It's a clear brow gel. It's nice to have. I like Rare Beauty, but I have a bone to pick, right? Tell me which one is the eyeshadow and which one is the lip gloss. You can't, because they look identical. It's so annoying. Why would you make them the exact same package? This is the lip gloss. It's a very pretty color. And this is the eyeshadow, which again, very pretty color. But I just never reach for them because they're so annoying. Like, I'm actually morally opposed to having to open these up to figure out which product it is. Because when it's 5 o'clock in the morning, I am not being able to read that tiny font. Having said that, I'm going to keep the eyeshadow and get rid of the lip gloss just because the color is not very flattering on me. I think cool tone pinks just do not look very nice. I guess probably because I have a very yellow undertone, it clashes. CA highlighter. Obviously keeping this. I use this a ton. Love it. Glossier blush. Don't use it a ton, but I do like it, so I'm keeping that. I have this Purely's BB concealer that I got for free. I think oh yeah, that's definitely too dark for me. So I think I am going to get rid of this. Whoops. Ooh, oh lord, that's very thick. The color is actually not that bad, but it is very, very thick. So I think I'm going to declutter that. 2 Fenty lip glosses. This is, I think, the very first one she came out with. And then also this one, which was a gift from a friend. This is her cream formula. You'll notice that I don't usually wear lip glosses that much. They're not my favorite, but I do occasionally use them in videos. Similarly, this Glossier lip gloss, so thick. Oh my god, this is the thickest lip gloss I've ever used in my entire life. I like the color though, and if I tap it on very sparingly, it looks nice. I'm gonna get rid of this red one, but I'll keep this brown one. I don't think I've ever used the red one, at least not in something other than a picture. I have this Glossier Generation G lipstick in Zip, which is very much red. It's not my favorite color, but I tap it on and it doesn't look too bad, so I'll keep it. Lisa Eldridge lipsticks, Atomic Cherry. Again, I say I don't like red and then I pull out 3 red lipsticks, so. And then Velvet Blush. Definitely keeping these. Revlon Nude Fury. Just bought this in I think it's in my most recent video I tried it on. I have to wear a specific blush with this though because it's very neutral to orangish, but keeping this. Love these Revlon lipsticks. Then I have this Maybelline lipstick in Crazy for Coffee, which in a different vlog I totally dropped right on the floor as I bought it, but it's still here, so I obviously like it. And then my last thing in this bin is this CoverGirl. I am so sorry about like the hair flying all over the place. This CoverGirl Clean Fresh Tinted Lip Balm in You're the Palm. Really like the formula. Wish I got a different color, but there's not very good swatches online for this, honestly. I guess I can swatch it saying that. It's a very red color, but I couldn't really tell that from the pictures. Can I just say also, I have my cotton pads and my ear Q-tips in this little candle holder, and it's so cute. What even was this? It was a sand and fog candle from the fall time. Okay, sorry if the camera angle changed. Everything basically started falling and there was a huge catastrophic disaster, so yeah. There's this Hailey's Beauty Reinvent Skin Serum. Okay, so as you can see, it is very oily. Like, so oily, I need to hold my hand a certain way so it doesn't fall off. It also is not my shade, so this is getting decluttered. Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow Soft Focus Primer. I think this can also go. This was a gift. Well, I say gift. This was from my sister in that big bag of things she was getting rid of. This makes me very greasy. I think it looks good, but not for me. I might give it to my mom. L'Oreal Infallible. I don't know why I'm saying that with an accent. I've done this 3 times and I say it with an accent every time. L'Oreal Infallible Pro Sweep and Lock Translucent Setting Powder. Really like this. Very, very finely milled. I used to primarily use pressed powder because I thought it just looked better. But I decided to kind of transition into loose powder, but I was looking for something that was very, very, very finely milled, very, very thin. I do still have, sorry, there's loose, this is the one thing about loose powder, it gets everywhere. I do still have this Revlon Color Stay powder, just because why am I gonna throw this away? Don't use it too much, but it's nice to have. MAC Face and Body, or it's now Studio Radiance. This is my actual color. I used to have their previously lightest shade, which I think was C2, but this is C0. I gave C2 to my mom because she's a little bit darker than me. I am keeping this. Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I literally hate this. It looks horrible on me. It's a good shade, but I do not like it. This was another thing my sister gave me, but it is going away. Now a foundation I do absolutely love, and it can do no wrong, is this NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in Siberia, which I think is their lightest shade. I will say, the goop on the cap and the pump doesn't necessarily bother me, but it's got a really horrible pump. Like, it's got like a notch pump, so it doesn't really dispense that much product, so you have to do it 2 or 3 times to get the right amount. Fenty Cream Blush from my friend in the color Peach Face. I'm not going to open this because it looks really, like, just disgusting. I use a brush with this, and the brush hairs just are stuck in it, but looks exactly like this. I'm going to keep this. ColourPop Flirt Alert Pressed Powder Blush from 2 years ago, I want to say. Very pretty. Pink neutral color. One of my favorite blushes. Patrick Ta Blush. Hate this packaging. It's in the shade She's Passionate. I think it's super pretty, and it actually seems to blur a lot, and I've got a pretty decent dent to it. I'm going to keep this, but I'm not going to buy another one because it's way too pricey. I really hate the packaging. The packaging is really cheap feeling and looking, honestly. Now, in a recent video, I told you guys I bought this, which is my MAC blush in Gingerly. This is officially my favorite blush I've ever owned. I got this from TJ Maxx. It's this very, very nice, neutral, kind of peachy shade. I looked on their website and I don't think they have it, which is really unfortunate. And I actually was having a mental breakdown this week because I thought I lost this literally a week after I bought it. But I found it, so we're good. Chapstick. One from Glossier, one from Algenist. Keeping these. They work great. The two concealers I use are this RMS Beauty concealer in 000 Uncover Up. Really enjoy this one. It's got the right amount of moisture and it's got some okay coverage, but it's fairly light. And then there's this Kevyn Aucoin Skin Enhancer concealer in SX03. I had a big fiasco back in high school when I had to take my senior photos, and this covered up the fiasco. Westman Atelier in the shade Doo Doo. I know it's probably, you have to say it with some sort of French accent, but we're gonna stick with Doo Doo. It's the Baby Cheeks blush stick. Really love this color. Again, it's got kind of crusty brush hair stuff at the top of it, but it's really, really nice. Whoops. It's really, really nice. I would honestly compare this color to this Patrick Ta blush, maybe? Kind of. This one's a little more muted. This one's more bright. Definitely keeping it. And honestly, while I wouldn't say it's worth whatever it cost, I don't, what was it, like 40 something dollars? It is very, very nice. Then I have this ABH Brow Freeze. I've heard people see mold growing on theirs, but I don't have that issue, knock on wood. I'm keeping it even though I don't use it too much. I just stick with the e.l.f. Wow Brow, which actually is right here. I repurchased. Then we have eye primers. We have the Milani eyeshadow primer and the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. This thing will just not die. I don't know. It's got infinite amount of primer in it. But I'm going to start working on this one soon. I think it's nice. I've used it once or twice and I haven't noticed any more creasing necessarily from this one. Here's a stray lipstick, Love of My Life from Lisa Eldridge. Same formula as Atomic Cherry, but this one's pink. Then there is this lip balm from e.l.f. It is in the shade Watermelon. Really, really like this one. Very moisturizing, very nice color. And then finally I have this Wet n Wild Glass Correct Primer. Don't use it too much anymore, but I really enjoy it. It does kind of cancel out my redness. So I decluttered less in this bucket, mostly because this is the bucket that I end up throwing the things I use every day into, so I'm not gonna have things I don't really like to use in this bucket. Anyway, so that was my entire makeup collection, declutter. I like to do this once a year just to see what's in here and to try to pare down what I own. I'm also working on purchasing a lot less, and if you saw what I used to purchase back in high school, you would be really amazed that I'm able to cut it down this much. I used to have a huge collection. If there's anything you want a review on or want any updates on, let me know. I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.